Can you see me? Can you hear me? I'm on my cell phone now. Let me go get a tripod. My goodness. If anybody can find me, come on over. Hello, GH Daily Recap fans. I'm live on my phone. Let's see, how can I even read the comments? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Where are comments? Let's see if
Get here. Is it here?
Sound is back. That's because I'm on my cell phone. I'm on my cell phone, and I'm gonna try. I guess I can log in to my account.
Oh, and then
Maybe
and
monitor
the
from
chat
here. Yeah, I'll monitor the chat. I'm gonna monitor the chat because on my phone. Oh, there, I can read the chat, but probably not as good. It may scroll. Hello, I see. You can read them on from your computer. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's my son trying to help me. Hey, Steven. So, I mean, I've never, ever not had sound because I was just on Zoom. My Zoom has sound, so it's something to do with YouTube. I'm getting ready to go to my YouTube channel and join the live stream from my computer. Everybody, go ahead and chime in where you are coming in from, so everybody can get familiar while I'm getting this technical difficulties handled. What on earth? Okay, so now it's saying. What on earth? And I got volume over there. Hold on. Now it's saying. There we go. I turned it off. Okay, so now, yep, I can read comments. Let me put this on my tripod. I can read comments from the computer while I'm live on the phone. How's that look? Where there is a will, there is a way. And there was no way I was going to cancel this live stream because we all look forward to this every single month. Hi, everybody. Hi, Millie from Miami. Let's get this party started. Let's get this thing going. Let me see. I want to pull up one thing here, and that's my Hulu. All right, everybody, look, as a consensus, what would you like to, what storyline, what character, what or who would you like to talk about first? Who would you like to talk about first? Let me see. Let me get my trusty dusty. I'm kind of looking at the GH pictures. Let's talk about them now trying to rush. See, now they're deciding, let's get Drew out of the way. Okay, I'm all for getting Drew out of the way. And then we're going to go to Dante and Gio. How about that? Let's get Drew out the way. Who do you feel? How many of you out there feel you're sick and tired of Drew getting away with absolutely, we'll get to Lulu too, absolutely everything? See, that character of Drew and just the way Cameron Matheson's idea of where he wants us to go because he's an icon, the character of Drew was never a leading icon character on General Hospital, ever. And it isn't now. For Drew to be able to blackmail so many people now, influence so many people, because he's a congressman. For one, do you think Congress would still allow him to hold that seat? He is never, ever there. Never, ever there. So the constituents need to try to vote him out. They need to vote him out. There's no just value to the character of Drew. Now, what I would like to see, now that we're rushing Carly, Carly did a Carly. I think it was bad, but Carly did a Carly. Now that the whole custody and divorce is going to be in 2 weeks, I would love, everybody, I would love it if they shocked us with Michael walking in that courtroom, or being not walking in, being wheeled into the courtroom. Because let's face it, he's still recovering. He's still in pain. But I would love it. Everybody's saying, yeah, Billy Miller was just the best, Drew. But yeah, you know what? Yeah, somebody said Billy's Drew. He would be killed or an attempt. You know what? Michael can totally put the smack down on Drew. See, if you're going to go pound for pound, congressman or not. See, Drew's position as congressman has nothing to do with this personal position of stealing his nephew's wife and now trying to make him look like a deadbeat dad. Now that right there, for Willow to sit there and go along with that, painting Michael as a deadbeat dad, Willow, I haven't had nothing for Willow in months, but that's despicable. And did you see Andre Gannon's, the expression on his face when he was talking to Willow? And Willow said she is, trying to get full custody because her kids belong with her. And Andre said, wait a minute. You mean full custody? Yeah, Michael, ultimately, he should know the kids belong with their mother. No. Absolutely not. If the kids have 2 healthy parents, Black Purple Turquoise says, Willow disgusts me. I'm tired of her sorry behind. This is why she needs to lose custody of Amelia and Wiley. She isn't worth it. She isn't worth it. She isn't worth it at all. Now listen. How many of you know when there's 2 healthy, viable parents, you work out a 50-50 custody agreement? You work out custody. Or you, at best, you work out 60-40. They were more Michael 40% of the time, Willow 60. But at least you start with, or 55-45, right? Because primarily, kids do live with their mother unless if they live close enough, and I don't know how it is in other states, but in California, if the mother and father live within a certain mile radius of each other, and the kids would be in the same school district, 50-50 split is feasible and doable. Feasible and doable. Now this son of a gun, Drew, had the nerve. Let's talk about what he told Tracy. And you know what, everybody? Read each other's comments, because I can't read them. I love to just go down and read all the comments. But being on my cell phone and then the comments over here on my computer, I'm kind of losing where I'm at. So I can't spend too much time doing that. But I'll try to glance to get some input from you. But from what was I saying? Willow saying Michael should just agree to letting the kids live with me and Drew. Under what planet? And I'm sorry, why? Why should that just be agreed upon? No, you should just naturally agree that Wiley is his natural son and not yours. If you want to just be what should happen, the child that you have to really talk about is Amelia. Okay? And then, Isaiah Gannon, he was like, but I don't know if that's going to go well. You trying to keep full custody. Well, Michael was asking for full custody, but see, that's a bargaining chip, and she knew it was a bargaining chip. You ask for it, and then you discuss it. Okay? So either way, Drew saying, I'ma handle it. I'ma handle it. Pound for pound, money for money. Drew doesn't have all that much money. I'd like to know, where does he think he does? He lost full control of Aurora. Royal? Aurora. Of Aurora. He has some Quartermain money from his share of stocks that were vested to him. And he owns Scout's proxy now. Okay? But Drew don't have a whole lot of money. Drew don't have Jason money. Drew does not have Michael money. Because Michael has Corinthos money. Michael has Quartermain money. Michael has Morgan money. Jason Morgan set up a hefty inheritance for Michael. Trust fund. And then Michael became of age. Michael just never had to use really any of the money because Michael always worked. And when you can live at home or on the grounds of your family home somewhere, you ain't paying rent. So, of course, you got money, right? So, but what Willow told Isaiah, Drew is such a good father to Scout. He is so good with her. Last I checked, Scout was staying with her grandmother because Drew had the good sense to let her go. We haven't heard that she's back at home, but did Willow have enough sense to shield her children? See, Nina should still have Willow's children from when Willow was out of town. That's who should have her children. So anyway, I'm just done. I'm done with Drew gonna take Sonny down. On what planet is Drew Kane strong enough to take down Sonny? He can't even take down his own brother. Like, get out of here. You know, I don't know. I don't get it. And I'm not liking it. And it has gone on way too long that they have allowed Drew to just be this nothing sticks to him. Well, yes, something should stick to him because he was just Drew Kane. So why isn't it nothing sticks to him? I can understand nothing sticking to Jason, nothing sticking to Sonny. Not Drew. Drew ain't, no. He was never at that status. Ever. So I'm like too through with that. Now let's see. Let's talk about and Nina. And at this point, if Nina told Willow, I slept with Drew, right? Drew and I had a relationship while he was pursuing you. I didn't know he was pursuing you. At this point, everybody, would it matter? Would it matter to Willow? Because Drew would say, you know, that was like revenge sex, Willow. That's all that was, you know, and it didn't happen all that much. And, you know, when you and I got closer, I cut that off with Nina. Because you're the one I want, Willow. Not your mother. Oh, my goodness, right? Well, purple turquoise. Wait. Lisa said the black, purple turquoise. It would make an impact, especially when they had a discussion before she left for Germany. Willow wouldn't care. Nina, what? Let me see. I thought Jason would have contacted Michael asking why didn't he see Willow. I think that's coming up. I think somebody is going to call Michael. I really do. And find out. See, this is why them not having Michael on the landscape, it's hurting storylines moving further. It really is. They need to be, I don't care if you don't show a face, but let's start having one sided conversations that we're hearing where they're discussing things with Michael. And Michael is saying X, Y, and Z. The man is not brain dead. He's not. He's in communications with them. And then Clemmy says, I believe Michael is going to show up like he did like he did at Sonny's trial. I hope so. I mean, I can't see them feeling like this is okay for a major character. And then Lucy said, Jason and Carly both know Drew paid the burn Clement woman to lie to Michael. How do they know that? I haven't seen that yet. Do you know if they have hired a replacement Michael? No, I have not heard. And I was hoping to hear tidbits, nothing. Nina needs to record herself with Drew discussing their hookup. Yeah, she should. I agree, Daily Recap Lady. They could use his voice. Yes, they need to do something. But he needs to concentrate on healing. No, he needs to concentrate. It will give him more of a will to heal, knowing I got to get home, right? I got to get home because I got to protect my kids and take care of my kids. Michael, they flew him to Germany within one day. He could fly home with a nurse, 2 private nurses, take care of his business, and fly back. Oh, this Drew stuff is going to make me step away for a while. You know what? I'm sick of it. That's why I fast forward a lot of it now. I'm tired of it. We don't know what his plans are for Kai. We don't know what his plans are for Portia. Let's talk about Portia. How much of us really care that Portia's in the hot seat? How much of us really care about that? Because even on Friday's episode, when she's talking to Ava, she's sitting back there so smug, saying, look, I'm just reading this article on Drew. She don't know. Drew know. Girl, he's got some stuff waiting for you. I want to know who Drew's going to drug. Honestly, I think he's going to drug Curtis. He is going to slip that drug into Curtis somehow. Have Curtis going off the rails, everybody. And then Drew is going to go to the board and try to have Curtis removed for his actions. But I tell you what, I'll give doggone what Curtis does. It won't be worse than sleeping with your nephew's wife, right? Won't be worse. But now Curtis is going to confront Portia next week. How many of you feel Portia is going to tell him the truth? Who feels Portia is going to tell Curtis the truth finally? Let's see. I wish Curtis would leave Portia, but I don't think he will. Black Purple Turquoise, that was from Linwan. Black Purple Turquoise says, Portia and Willow both just need to get theirs, period. Yes, Portia does. Portia, I ain't giving Portia a pass. I don't care that it is Drew, that we can't stand Drew, but I can't stand Portia just as much. Lynn Nanella says, no, I don't know what the no is. And Pamela says, Portia never tells the truth. Nope, she doesn't. Deborah says, I think Portia might tell. Oh, you think so? And then Sewing Room says, nope, maybe she will. Anita says, I hope she will, but I don't think so. I don't think so either. And then Oro says, Portia will never tell the truth. Nope, she won't. And then Maria says, only if Portia is cornered by Curtis will she tell the truth. TG says, I think Curtis is going to push her into a confession. What do you think Drew is going to tell Curtis? Because Curtis says, you're blackmailing my wife. What do you think Drew's going to say? Do you think Drew's going to admit it? What do you think Drew's going to do? Portia Portia dug this hole for herself. She can lie. She can lie. Yeah, she'll lie. And then Soren says, I never liked Portia since she treated Spencer the way she treated Spencer. I know I didn't like her. She deserves all the misery. Renee says, Drew's gonna use that as that vial of vitamins to drug Mayor Laura Collins, and anybody else who ever wronged him. Well, he don't have enough of it. Brad only gave him one vial, right? So he's gonna use that one on somebody important. And you know what? You might be right. He might do it at the nurses' ball because that's televised. So it's on television, and somebody's gonna make a colossal fool of themselves on TV at the nurses' ball. So that's gonna be something. Oh my God. I can't stand the nurses' ball, y'all. I just can't stand it. Oh. Okay, so now let's go to Dante. Dante. I'm sick of Dante. They are making this episode with Rocco for Dante to just be flipped off the handle where Gio is concerned. That's because they're getting ready to have it come out that Gio's his son. Why? I don't know. Now he's sitting there saying that Lois has coddled Gio his whole life. Well, you know what? You living in the same house with Gio and Lois. How much did you really, really see that? And so what? The boy is an orphan, the young man, for all intents purposes. He got a nana. He got a great nana. He got an Aunt Cirillo this, Aunt Falconeri that. Okay, so what? And for Dante to talk about how irresponsible he is, this boy is an accomplished musician, even as an orphan, right? Good college student, even as an orphan. And you got the nerve, Dante, to want to portray him as some flippant, irresponsible human being. Get out of here, right? And let's face it. Was Gio even drinking at the beach party? And he's an adult. I don't even know that he was drinking. And Deborah says, Cody might be the father because of his facial response when Lulu said Dante has a kid. Right? I know, because he might know him and Lulu hooked up. Wouldn't that just be something? What happened? Go to channel. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. What am I saying? Never like Portia. Where are we at? Drew smiles and he lies. My comments aren't rolling up on my computer, and I don't know why. Dante is coming after Gio hard, which is stupid. He does look more like Cody than Dante. Yes, he does. Lin Juan says, I hope Gio will forgive his mom and Granny and tell Dante to go kick rocks. Well, you know what? There's nothing to forgive Brooklyn for. Brooklyn was a teenager who gave her kid up for adoption. She absolutely did not know Gio is her son whatsoever. They gonna find out at the same time, right? Gio had a loving mother. Unfortunately, she died. Now, you know they made up the whole story about the daddy going to war and dying. They made that up because that didn't happen, right? Let's see. What do we got here? Dante was to blame for Rocco and should have known where he was. Yep, Rocco. Dante looks more like Brooklyn. Who do you mean? I don't know that. And then Lucy says, I've been on live chats, but the format wasn't like this. What do you mean, Lucy? How was the format? Dante says, Dante took it way too far. And then Lisa says, I meant Gio. Oh, yeah, you meant Gio. Okay. Dante is coming, and we already read that part. Okay, I'm going back in. I don't know what what I missed, but hope to catch up quick. Oh, I guess you had to log out, right? And then Black Purple Turquoise says, I guess the TG, the bullets won't be involved this time around. And then Velda says, Liz will forgive Lucky for skimping for Christian. I don't understand that part. And then Deborah says, I think Dante will feel guilty because he's talking to crazy Lulu. Lulu, oh, you know what? I don't want to spend too much time with Lulu because I can't stand the character of Lulu. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. Can't stand her. And you notice she never has time to really, she don't spend no time with her kids. And where have she done mother-daughter stuff with Charlotte? When have you ever seen her and Charlotte out to lunch? Her and Charlotte chilling in the house cooking dinner for everybody. Charlotte who? Charlotte might as well be with her daddy with as much as you see her with her mama. Because at least with Valentine, they were together 24/7. Pamela says Lulu needs to go back to sleep. And Marta says, I cannot with Lulu. I can't with her either. Okay, Lucy says, Lois Cirillo better say something. Lois is going to be the actual biggest bad guy in all of this. And you want to know what Lois is going to do? Lois is going to go back to Bensonhurst. Because, see, Lois is always in and out. When her foot gets to the fire, she gone. She will leave in a heartbeat. And leave Brooklyn, Gio, and Dante to figure out this mess. And Tracy will try to take over his life, right? Tracy gonna make it like he's gonna be a Q prodigy to her. Okay, let's talk about. Let me see, who else do we need to talk about? Sasha didn't really do too much within this last month, right? They really haven't had Sasha do too much. They're letting that pregnancy advance right along. And you want to know something? Sasha's baby is due in July. July is right around the corner. This is one of the longer pregnancies that they've allowed to happen. Normally there would have been some kind of accident and Sasha's going into labor, right? That's what they normally do. But for them to just allow this pregnancy to progress, good for her. Let's see. Somebody said they liked her. Must be Carly's talk with Danny. I know. I like Danny. I like Danny's character. Okay, let's switch gears, everybody. Let's talk about Christina. Let's talk about Alexis and the Christina storyline. Alexis has made every wrong move that you could make. Every wrong move that you could make. What's going on with the hiding? Oh yeah, I know. What is going on with that car? Because Alexis wants the car so that, see, it's funny. Is the live stream moving for you all? Everybody, can you still hear me? Because I'm looking at my computer and I seem to be frozen. But I want to know, can you all hear me? And you all are still talking, so I guess you can. Techi says, I'm tired of this story. And I was hoping, what were you hoping? Let's see. Uh-oh, my, let me see. I'm trying to read these comments, but they're skipping here. You were hoping that who? That somebody finds out? Okay. Sorry about that. I lost your comment with the scroll on the screen here. And then, okay, here we go. And I was hoping that they would say, now that Alexis knows that Lucky knows. Well, they do. Alexis and Lucky are both acknowledging. And now they need to talk about Christina. I'm sorry. See, what makes Alexis think that not saying anything to Christina is going to correct her bad actions? Christina is like that. She's only remorseful in the beginning. When time goes by, the next time she sees Ava, and she's going to get pissed off again, she's going to act out again, she's not going to do what she's supposed, then she's going to create more havoc. And it's all Alexis is doing. Because not only did you can't even say she coddled Christina. Coddling somebody is acknowledging they've done wrong with them, but it's okay, you're a good person, it's okay. No, she's acting like she don't even know. And letting Christina just walk around feeling like, oh, just because I say I've changed, I'm good. I have to answer to, give no consequences to my actions. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. And I don't like that. Yeah, Techi says she feels Gio's going to be Cody's son. Watch, it might be. That might be the super twist. But anyway, now Devette says, it's a different kind of format, but at least I can hear you, which is better than what it was at first. No. I was on my computer. And my computer mic, for some reason, was not picking up any sound, nor was my webcam. So now I had to switch to my cell phone. That's why the formatting is looking different. I'm actually on my cell phone because I was not going to say we couldn't do this live stream because my mic would look. When there's a will, there's a way. So there is a wraparound, and I'm on my cell phone. That's the difference. Doing this, and that's why I'm like kind of looking at my computer, but I'm on my cell phone, so it's hard to keep track of the comments, everybody. Davette says people are just quick to judge, and I'm wondering why are they bringing up so many past characters and daggers. I know, daggers of destructions. I'm looking forward to Alexis being blackmail coming to light. Yeah. I'm tired of the storyline. I was hoping that Alexis, I already read that part. Lulu doesn't want to raise her baby. She forgot that she made a similar decision when she was a teen. No, she sure did. But, like she said, but Dylan knew I was pregnant. He knew. I just never let him have a say in it. But he knew, right? I can't believe Alexis is paying Ava and not committing Christina. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for a woman who Alexis spent a good year in jail, right? No law license in jail with Sean. And she is so willing to break the law again, something that would get her disbarred and sent back to jail. Talk about a person that hasn't learned anything. Alexis hasn't learned a doggone thing. But the only thing in this instance is like she's told Rick. Oh, you see now Rick in the scheme to get money, Rick could lose his law license too. He definitely can, right? So then what would happen if Rick loses his law license? Ava, she just go down for blackmail, but they all breaking the law. And there we go. Like, okay, let's talk a little bit about Sonny. Let's talk about Sonny and his heart issue. Now, case in point, don't ever leave your child with Christina and Molly, either one of them girls. When they were going to go confront Alexis, they thought nothing of leaving little Donna with Cody, somebody Donna didn't even know, right? Little Donna didn't even know Cody. So we're going to leave this man that Molly is just beginning to know, a man Christina don't know, but I'm going to leave him to take care of my little sister. Right? Now, let's see. The Dimple Dawn. Are we talking about Sunny? Yep, the Dimple Dawn. Alexis is going to Sunny, and Ava and Rick will be done. But why hasn't Alexis told Sunny? Because see, what I don't understand, Alexis don't know Sunny has a heart problem. So she doesn't know that, oh, I don't want to bother him. I don't want to get him upset. Why would she not tell this man, your daughter attempted a murder? There's a serious problem. What are we going to do? No. Because that's Alexis, right? Now let's talk a little bit about Sunny. Weren't you expecting it to be a bigger issue or bigger chaos, bigger problems when Sunny finally had that heart surgery? Yeah, we had the one attempted murder. And Brick took care of that. Sunny would get through to Christina. Yeah, no, yes and no. Getting through to her. If nobody has that woman committed, then nobody's gotten through to her. See? Sunny, I don't know. What do you think? Would Sunny have her committed, or would he just say, don't do it again? That ain't the way to go. Right? I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about Sunny's heart situation. After putting it off, he has the surgery. It goes well. Oh, who's this? Techi says, yes, I still want to know who was behind everything. Did you guys see the last look by Drew at the end of Friday's episode? When he was talking to Curtis or when he was talking to Tracy? Because when he was talking to Tracy and she walked away, Drew changed direction. I thought Drew was going straight to Monica. But then they showed Drew in Curtis's office. Okay, Deborah says that Sunny will get Christina committed. That's what Deborah says. Sunny will get Christina committed. I don't know. I would hope so, right? And yeah, they fixed Sunny's heart quickly. Sunny's back walking around in his suits. Remember, it was supposed to be a solid 2 weeks of recovery. He's up and going, right? And then Sewing Room says, Sunny cannot control Chrissy. She's stubborn like him. And Morgan. Yeah, Morgan was a little hothead, right? When he was talking to Tracy, that look, yeah, I saw that last look. I don't know what he was up to, but then they just cut it and had him go see Curtis. I was thinking he was going to go try to see Monica. And I thought they were going to make it that he upset her so bad that she had a heart. I don't know what they were going to do. Right? Because they still haven't decided or let us know how they're going to finally end the character of Monica on General Hospital. Right? He was walking around like Superman. No downtime at all. Oh, I know. Sunny, he sure is. Lynn Wan says, I know Sunny would take care of Ava and his brother if he knew. That they were blackmailing Alexis? Or take care of him how? See, let's talk about that. Take care of Ava and his brother. Why? Ava was the victim. Christina tried to plot a murder, and 2 innocent people got hurt. Okay, now Rick and Ava are capitalizing on the extortion. Absolutely they are. But who was the attempted murderess? It was Christina, right? IRT Productions says Sonny and Carly have Morgan committed when his bipolar was out of control. You know what? They sure did, didn't they? He was pissed off. You're right. Sonny might be the one that would have had her committed. Patty Ever After says, for every win, Drew also needs to have a loss. I know. They're giving him king treatment in this storyline, and I can't stand it. It's sickening. Black Purple Turquoise says, speaking of Sonny, as much as I love him, it was pointless for him to try to talk to Willow about compromising yesterday. You're 100% right. In the custody battle against Michael. She won't compromise. She doesn't care to. No, she doesn't. Pamela says this storyline has no complex, no climax. That's right, no climax. They're lacking the excitement before the resolution. They don't tie up enough storylines. Sonny listens to Diane more than Alexis. Well, nobody need to listen to Alexis. Come on now, what kind of sense does Alexis make? Drew is getting too bold, as if he is bulletproof. I know, right? And Lars says, it's sad about Denise Alexander. Wasn't she the one that played Leslie, the character of Leslie Weber? Marla says, Laura's mother, right? Marla says, when Curtis mentioned blackmailing Portia to him, he was shocked. He fully expected to be able to continue to blackmail Portia. Yeah, but he might lie about it. Because his eyes look like, what does he know? He wasn't giving away that much, right? Sylvia says, I'm ready for Christina's story to end. Me too. Oh my goodness. Monica and Leslie should be written with prop and circumstances. All characters should be. And then Veronica says, quick surgery, Kai and Sonny. I know Kai. Let's talk a little bit about that. Kai is not paralyzed. They decided not to go that route. Kai is recovering speed lickety split. I'm surprised they decided to go that route. I have absolutely no idea what they're going to do with Kai. I do know him being involved with Drew is going to be up to no good, right? And then, you said Lucky totally caught Christina alive about why she saw the accident. No, it wasn't Lucky. Dante caught Christina in a lie about why she saw the accident, how she saw it. She was trying to say, oh, that car looks so bad. Why is she just talking on and on? I just knew the people were killed in there. And I was thinking, girl, what you doing? The more you talk about it like you don't care, like you had nothing to do with it, when they find out it was you, you look like the monster, the unstable person that you are. That's exactly what that is. Regina says, I think Michael is going to surprise everyone at the nurses' ball. Or the custody hearing. I would say not the nurses' ball, the custody hearing. It'll be greater impact at the custody hearing. And he would still be under medical care, so it wouldn't be at the nurses' ball. Velda said Lucky will leave soon. He always does. His contract was 2 years. He hasn't been back a full year yet, so he's got a whole nother year. Tetchi says, I want the document she signed to come into light. Who signed to come into light? And then, you mean that Lulu signed, maybe? Giving Drew custody to her kids? Ooh, let that come out. You just signing your kids over to whatever flavor of the month you have? Oh, yikes. That would be a good one, right? That's like if Michael signed something saying something, he wants his kids to go Sasha. Velda says maybe the Drew storyline will end with Drew getting killed and in with who done it. So many people would be suspected. Well, I could go for a killing Drew because I'm so sick of him. And then Sorry says, Bronson, I agree. Regina, I agree. To Regina, I agree. I hope he shows up. Oh, for either one. Oh, you talking about Michael? All right. And then we have the document Drew signed. Oh, had Willow signed. Yeah, about the kids. I hope that comes up too. Because you notice nobody's let that slip. Nobody's talked about that. If Nina knew, Nina would have a fit if she knew. Okay? So for this next month, let's switch gears. Where would you like the stories to go? What story would you like to see ended? What story would you like to continue, but in maybe a different direction? Like I can tell you right now, I'm already not interested in the Professor Dalton Jocelyn WSB storyline. Not interested whatsoever. Is anybody else here on the stream interested in what's going to happen with that? You know, Jocelyn even being a WSB agent at this point is, to me, it's wasted space. It's wasted space. Dalton, what did it say? Dalton, too new for me to decide. Okay, I see, I can appreciate that, Pam. Heather says, Dante and Lulu, the Jill story needs to hurry up. They need something new now. You're right. They all need to go into dumpster. Uh-oh. Clemmy says, Willow like men that can be the hero for her. That is her motto. Go for a hero. Isaiah, better watch out. He might be on her side. Wait, he might be on her side a little too much. You know what? I kind of thought that too. I kind of thought, okay, Lulu's confiding in Isaiah Gannon a lot now. I'm not liking that. Now, I'm not liking it because, okay, yes, I liked Isaiah for Jordan. But see, Jordan made a choice to put Isaiah on ice while she goes after Sidwell, which, by the way, I think she's over her head. How many of you think Jordan is over her head big time, right? So I'm cool if Isaiah ends up seeing somebody else. I'm cool with that. Am I cool with it being Willow? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Willow's a head case. No, I ain't going for that. Okay, good. Deborah says she feels the same way about Josh. Regina says Drew and Willow with Drew being uncovered. Oh, that's where you want that to end, that storyline to end. Yep. And Lynn Wan says, they say that Michael will be back for the nurses' ball. Who says that? And then Laura says, I'm not loving the WSB me either storyline. And then Gloria says, hello, Gloria. The Young and the Restless watch Monday. Oh, you watched Monday's Young and the Restless at 12:30? What? You watch it or watched it? What's good about the Young and the Restless? That show is so slow. Now, yes, I still watch it every day. I'm not doing a recap on it because it's ridiculously slow. And I'm too through with that, right? PE says, I'd rather GH hire better writers. Me too. I would love that. And Deborah says, Carly is going to flip when she finds out Joss is the agent. I don't think that's going to come out for a while. Sasha and Michael out front. Oh, you would like that to come out? And it just might, right? It's going to. Let's face it. And Lulu's going to have, not Lulu, Willow's going to have egg on her face. Willow's going to be, what? Michael's having a baby with her. And everybody's mad at me for blowing up our marriage and moving in with his uncle. But he's having a baby with Sasha. Okay, Willow. Don't you think had you not done the deed that you and Michael would still be married? But to hear her talk now, everybody, Michael and I, our marriage was in trouble way, way before that. No, we're far apart. That is a lie. Last summer, her and Wiley were doing picnics at the boathouse. Dinners out there that Drew was interrupting from swimming. No, you weren't, you liar. You and Michael were still having date events, even without the kids. Remember, Drew was talking to Ned and Michael in the kitchen, and Willow her and Michael were going to the beach. Willow was going to get beach chairs and everything for their outing, just him and her. And Drew came in, he just told Ned and Michael, "You two work this out. I have something to do." And he ran to the boathouse. And that's what Willow didn't want him touching. "What are you doing here?" "Michael and I have a date." "Yeah, okay. I love my husband." I know you do. I know. No, Willow. Y'all weren't having problems like that. So stop your lying. I can't stand it. Let me see. Let me go down. Oh, Cody and Molly storyline. Okay, Pamela, you want Cody and Molly's storyline to continue or end? I don't see Cody and Molly as even a viable match. Unfortunately, Cody's a better match for irritatingly nauseating Lulu. They are both alike, and they both deserve each other. I think Molly is too good for Cody. And one thing, I'm just going to say this again. I think I said it last month. I think it's ridiculous that they haven't even acknowledged that TJ accepted a job at another hospital. Where's TJ? Ashford. Prominent doctor, a general hospital. He was the one solving everything. The one always working. We don't even get a reason as to why we don't see TJ anymore. Jordan doesn't even say, "Oh, TJ's happy in Seattle. Happy at the hospital, Florida." For him just not to have gone up the stairs, never to come back down the stairs again, to me is just disrespectful to the character of TJ, who's been on the show since a teenager. I still can't stomach that. All right, everybody, we'll go 10 more minutes because I started really, really late. So Elizabeth and Sunny's story. What? Daily recap later regarding Isaiah and Willow. No, please, Willow, away from him. Yeah, I know. Now the Willow, Cindy says, no, Elizabeth and Sunny story. What about it? You want them to pick up the story with Sunny more? Oh, Elizabeth and Michael. I see. You want what? To see more of Elizabeth with Lucky? You want to see more of their story? Because to me, that's kind of cute. I'm liking the chemistry between Elizabeth and Lucky. But Elizabeth, like she told Lucas, right? She told Lucas that Lucky's going to leave. If she asked Lucky to stay, Lucky would say, yes, he's going to stay. Lucky would try to stay, but Lucky would be miserable, and Lucky would have to leave. Elizabeth knows this. So Elizabeth is trying to protect her heart, right? She is, and good for her. She's trying to, but her heart's all wrapped into that man. But like she said, Luke's nickname for Lucky was Cowboy. She says, and that's exactly what he is. She goes, soon enough, Lucky is going to ride off in the sunset, chasing his next adventure. She knows him. I'm actually liking Lucky being back. I just don't like that he instantly covered for Christina. I'm not liking that. Because see, if you're going to instantly cover for her like that, you go to her father and tell Sonny, look, this is what your daughter did, and this is what I did to protect her, but I need you to take over. Right? I need you to take over For him just being her best friend, no. Deborah says Sasha and Michael's baby truth to come out after after the divorce is finalized. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Right after then, so Willow could just pout. Willow could weep some more and bat her eyes. TG says Michael slept with Willow after coming home from sleeping with Sasha. Yes, he did. He sure did. Black Purple Turquoise says, yep, exactly. Sorum says, yep, Willow and Michael were solid until Drew created that foundation for her to be the face of. Yes, and she quit being a nurse and she was around him more. And he could isolate her more and could praise her more. Yeah, that's exactly. And Aisha says, how will anything that Jordan digs up be admissible in court? She is not in law enforcement. I know. I'm going to find out what Sidwell's up to. I'm getting the goods on him. I know what I'm doing. Okay, Jordan, it's useless. It is useless. I wonder what's going on with EOQ. EOQ family runs itself. I guess Ned is supposed to be running it. And you notice when Rocco was in the hospital, only one grandmother came to see him. Why wasn't Olivia there by her grandbaby's side? They could have spent enough money to have Olivia there. Pamela says she wants Molly and Cody to continue. Okay, Pamela. Let's see. Let me go down. He loosened her up. Shauna says he loosens her up and she straightens him up. Oh, you're talking about Cody and Molly? Yeah, he does Molly is a little uptight. Molly needs somebody she can't tell what to do. She told TJ what to do too much. TJ did everything Molly wanted, and Molly doesn't need that. And I think that's what Cody is, because Cody ain't gonna tell you everything you want to hear and do everything you want. That is just not in his DNA, right? Let's see. They need to write another guy for Molly. I know, they sure should. I think they should. I don't see the chemistry with TJ. I didn't see the chemistry with TJ and the new Molly. Nah, it really wasn't there. I agree 100% about TJ. Oh, yeah, they should give him a mention. Cody and Lulu is what people are saying. So do you think Portia will go to jail? No, I think she'll lose her license. Because Heather knows. Remember, the victim, Heather, knows Portia changed the DNA test. Rick told her when he got her out. So, no, Rick told her there was a mistake. Rick did not tell her Portia did that. Very few people go to jail on GH. Do you think there's a future for Lucas and Marco? Nope, I don't. Marco's true intentions are not shown to us yet. I do not believe Marco's a good guy. I don't believe so at all. Cody and Lulu, two of Pro Charles' biggest loudmouths, deserve each other. They both make me sick. But if the writers pull a fast one and made Lulu look stupid by making Gio's father instead, that would be so good. Because there needs to be a DNA test done on Gio. I'd be on board with that. Okay, I think there needs to be a DNA test. Lucky is going to screw this up trying to cover for Christina. Yes, he is. Daily Recap Lady, GH cannot have two black doctors appear at the same time. You mean three? Portia's black. Portia's black. Lucky may have a tour coming. Oh, the actor? Oh, shoot. I believe it. He never stays long. All right, everybody, look. I went 20 minutes over, 18 minutes over, because we started very, very late. I will be back. I'm going to have to do some test YouTube live streams to figure out what happened, because that is the absolute first time that my mic has not worked on YouTube. And I didn't do, the settings are very straightforward when you are setting up a live stream. Oh, I like Shakira. She says, where is Natalia? Who cares where Natalia is? Natalia who? Actually, we don't need Natalia's character on the show at all. She needs to go back to Puerto Rico. She got fired from Deception. Sonny won't have nothing to do with her. She needs to just go home. That's exactly what she needs to do. That's what she needs to go home from. Very good job continuing. Let's see. We have Black Purple Turquoise says, Caitlin McMillan is a good actress, though. She does a very fine job of continuing to make me despise Willow. Yes, I'm not saying I can't stand the actress, even though it's funny. Cameron Matheson, I'm not a fan of Cameron Matheson. He can only play one thing. He sucks at being a villain. He sucks at that. He could only play Ryan. That's it. Because when he came on as Drew, it was an extension of Ryan. Now he's trying to be, no, can't stand it. And it don't work. It doesn't work right at all. All right, everybody, that is going to be it. I'll be back Monday with another daily recap. I'm so happy we were able to at least get here on the phone. Next month, before next month, I'm going to work on to find out what caused the issue, the technical difficulties, so I could be back, on my computer doing the live stream. It's much easier to control and see the comments when I'm on my computer. So I will see everybody on Monday with another daily recap of General Hospital. Now let's see, how do I...